Okay, just doing a quick stream test before I get started. Okay, everything looks good. So I'm commencing my next FF14 story playthrough stream, where I'm going to pick up where I left off with the sylphs. Well, actually, there was a traitor to... there was a traitor to the Gridenians. And I was going to go track him down. Yeah, I actually... Let's see here... Let's go to Hawthorne Hut, or actually no, I can go to Quarry Mill now, which is a little closer. So yeah, the plan is to go speak with this guy Laurentius, who's one of the wood whalers, and apparently has a little bit too much money. So everybody thinks that because he has too much money that he might possibly be dealing with the Garleans, because the Garleans have a little bit more information than they're supposed to about the area. So we shall see what happens. Guess I can do these Ked traps quick. Oh, my level's too high. Yeah, I never really liked this fate when I was around this level, because it's a little bit dangerous. The Ked traps can spawn right on top of you. This used to be a really big fate grinding area for people back in the day, when a lot of people were grinding to 50, trying to get all of their classes to 50. This was the about 20 to 25 range, I think. So there would be fate parties just spending hours grinding this area. There's a nice fate up in the north that is a chain fate. Actually, it's up right now on the breaching the hive equivalent, so that means that they, in one of the instances of the fate before, I'm not sure when it could reset, but it means that they lost it to the thieves that are continually trying to take over the hive. So if you successfully accomplish the fate to breach the hive, and maybe there's a chain fate after that, you can pretty much get access to some stores in there. It's not a big thing, but it's pretty good experience to do those chain fates, so it didn't look like anybody was doing them right now. I think it said that there was only that there were 0 people involved. One of the things about that Fate series is, well, about Fate series in general, is that they actually are quite a bit of XP if you do them. There's another Fate which used to be really popular called Dark Devices up in northern Thanalan. And that one just offers a massive amount of XP, actually. I remember people used to call when Dark Devices was up because it was really efficient to get your experience that way. So hopefully I won't have to spend too much time grinding fates in northern Thanalan. And I could do dungeons instead, though so far I haven't had the greatest luck for dungeons. Here's this guy that I'm supposed to talk to try to recruit the poachers and I can't remember, conspirators or something, to try to help versus the Garleans. Well, that sounds kind of ominous, honestly. Gotta say, I do love the Fat Chocobo music. So where's this poacher that I need to find? What am I doing? Trying to get through somewhere I can't actually get through. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Back here, maybe? No, that's outside of the area. Towards the south a bit? No? Oh. I wouldn't have found him without help. I've done this quest before, of course, but, my husband just pointed out that he was up on the log, and you probably would have seen me wandering around like an idiot for 15 minutes trying to find the damn poacher if he hadn't pointed him out. Well, I appear to have made some new friends. Sort of. I mean, given that one of them said that they're looking forward to crossing paths with me, and it didn't seem like a very positive sort of... I don't know, if you say it that way, it sounds like you want to kill me, and I'd rather not be killed, so... No! Heavy, no! This is what I get for trying to run through mobs instead of doing it the right way and fighting them. There's no way I'm gonna fight all these cat traps. Come on. Watch, he's gonna hit me and I'm gonna be heavied again. Am I gonna be heavied again? Am I gonna escape? Looks like I'm gonna escape! Yay! Oh, you bastard. Well, fine then. I can still place these antelope umbles underneath this withered tree ant, which is creepy as fuck looking. I mean, honestly. Now the Ketrap petals. I think this is kind of like a hazing ritual, honestly. Okay, and then I have to kneel, and you can see that my skill with typing is incredibly awesome. Okay, there we go. Successfully performed the offering to the withered tree ant. So, where is Laurentius? Well, probably in the red circle nearby Buscaron's druthers, that's what I'm guessing. It's just a guess, you know. It's kind of funny, you're supposed to avoid red circles when you're in dungeons, but red circles indicate where you're supposed to go on the map. So, you know, there's that. So, where is this guy? Ah, here we go. Nice big meteor mark over his head. Oh, friendly sort there. So apparently I'm gonna need to go find him again. Didn't go too far, not too hard. Hi! Keep speaking to me like that, he's gonna hurt my feelings. I'm kind of amazed he's able to basically teleport across the map, but being fair, I guess he's just heading in that direction and that's where I'm going to catch up with him. So, like, if I imagine him, like, running in front of me, that's probably a little bit more accurate. Okay. so he's selling things. Yep. There's the Empire. And he's summoning help. Just one guy. Who does he think I am? Ha! Speak with Laurentius again. Even the game is indicating that this is kind of silly. Of course. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally the way it is. Okay, fine. Speak with Laurentius once more, so I think they're promising that I'm almost done with chasing this guy down. Please no heavy, please no heavy, please no heavy, please no heavy. Woo, no heavy. No heavy. No whammies. Okay. So he's over here. Somewhere over here. Here we go. Yeah, you're totally trustworthy. Oh, for God's sake, you promised me one more time. Like, I thought you meant one more time, not that I'd have to go chasing him down yet again. I mean, seriously, at this point, I'm willing to just roast the guy. Well, maybe I'll get my chance. Ooh. Because this is an instance. And he starts laughing. What a jerk. Language. Well, I guess this is gonna be a real fight. Probably not all of them. Ah, here are those poachers. Vistarius. Hey, I trust this red belly rabble a hell of a lot more than I'd trust you. Though then again, given that you just betrayed me, I guess it would be kind of dumb to trust him. Imaginary Funditor. So that's a black mage. Well, the Funditor doesn't look too bad. Given that it seems like that red belly guy is just gutting him right now. Or not. Okay, he's busy healing his friend. Which, I mean, you know, we do need a healer, considering I sure as hell ain't one. Oh, and here's the Curl Claws. How about I dodge the AoEs instead of looking to see whether anybody's talking in chat? Did he just heal himself? Oh, I guess, I hope it's the Stinger healing himself. Okay. So, kill the mage. Kill the Fundator, who looks like an archer, I guess. But always kill the adds first. Legless Laurentius. I suppose that means he's a coward, because his legs are going out from under him. I mean, if I was him right now, I think I'd be giving up, because this is not looking good for him. It's 5-on-1, even if he is a bit of an HP sponge. I mean, I guess I could, if I was playing another class, maybe I could be running out of TP or something right now, but... if that's the Empire's finest, then I've got a lot more comfort in Eorzea's future. Because we all hate the Garleans. I don't know, I just don't find your remorse believable. Uh-huh. Like, I'd escort him to the Order of the Twin Adder. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but like, yes, I totally repent of my crimes. I shall now go and turn myself in for them. After he basically just said, like, you're a fool for even believing that, you know, I'd ever have any remorse over this, you're an idiot, blah blah blah, and yet I believe he's just gonna go turn himself in. So back to Buscaron and the other people at Buscaron's druthers who have been sending me out on quests and stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so Ophilote, who helped me recruit the Curl Claws and the Red Bellies. Yeah, that's a little unnerving. No gear from me, huh? Okay. Guess I'll take my money then. You gonna be a little bit more generous? Is it still alive then? Huh. Okay. Ooh, new pants. Okay. So let's put on these new pants. Alrighty then, and let's talk to Buscaron. Maybe he's got some leads on that Sylph Elder for me. Oh, he actually did it. He didn't just run like a little coward. I'm shocked. Well, that's a sob story. So no, why not strike out for the bet for his own then, huh? After all, as an adventurer, having done several dungeons, I certainly know that I can't do dungeons alone. Yeah, but how would you make amends for that? Woohoo! found the Sylph Elder. Ah, okay. So maybe this diplomatic kick will soon be over. Here's Papa Limo and Yada. That seems like an important sort of fellow we wouldn't like to lose. I think that metaphor went around the bend and somehow came back to sort of make some sense, barely. Uh-oh. I sense a dungeon coming. Huh. I wonder why he went in there, then. Oh. To escape pursuit. And I guess I am to go into the dungeon with 3 friends. Okay. So, up to the northeast through some overgrown offerings. Come on, I don't mean you any harm. I just want to go up here to this dungeon and talk to this guy. Bloiserant? I don't even know how to pronounce that. But he sounds angry. The sylphs are pretty adept at being sneaky. Of course, my good fellow. I shall certainly do that. So let's enter this dungeon. Alright. Well. Oh, more than 30 minutes. That's not a good sign. Huh. Oh, let's see. There are a couple of other things that I need to do. I'm getting very close to level 30, and that means job change! If I want to become a black mage, then I have to become an archer first. And get to level 15. So, I might as well start along that path, since I may be waiting quite a while. It's not too difficult to get to 15, thankfully. Of course, eventually I'll want to take it to... I can't remember. It may just be 30? Yeah, it's 34 for quelling strikes. So that's not too bad. Okay. Are you the person that I need to talk to? No. Ah, here we go, the guild receptionist. Yes, I want to be an archer. This is very similar to what I do, except I set things on fire. I do! Hmm. I think my eyes are glazing over from the history. Hmm. Is this the Archer's Guild then, I guess? Yes. I guessed correctly! Look at all that wonderful intelligence from my thaumaturge training bearing fruit. I don't really have an option because if I actually try to enter into any later game content without being a black mage, I will literally be laughed out of the dungeon. Alright. Yes, I am resolved. Wonderful to hear. It'll be kind of nice to actually be grouped up with somebody who isn't a total scatterbrain. But, looks like that 30-minute wait time was a total lie, which is okay. I'm perfectly fine with that, because I'd rather not wait 30 minutes to actually do this dungeon. This is quite possibly like my least favorite dungeon in the game, actually. It's just something about the atmosphere with it. I just don't like it, and the last area of it is, I mean, you'll see shortly what it's gonna look like, and it's not my favorite thing. The funny thing is, I've heard some people, like, when I say I don't like this dungeon, they're like, oh, you mean because of, like, the bugs and stuff? And it's not the bugs. Like, it's just the atmosphere of it. Okay. So, my partners on this journey are a marauder, an astrologian, and a ninja? Or, not a ninja, a rogue. What am I saying? Okay. No big deal. Oh, the rogue's new as well. Of course, the astrologian is definitely not new, since you have to be level 50 in order to unlock the class. Magitech photocells, huh? Okay. And coincidentally, there's a Magitech photocell right there. Oh, looks like our rogue may be having some networking problems. That little red symbol next to the name is basically that they're sort of link dead. Maybe that there's packet loss. I'm not exactly sure, but basically, whoops. So let's help our rogue ally get in. Our rogue ally. I guess that's what Laurentius was. This guy at least seems to be playing on our side. Yeah, of course, just being a thaumaturge, I have no cross-class skills, which means I can't use anything. Like, that guy was using internal release, which is a pugilist skill. You know, once I unlock Archer and get it up to level 4, I think, I get Raging Strikes, which is basically one of the major, abilities. Huh. Okay. God, this healer and tank have got to think that we're, like, just totally useless. Okay. Where is the... Yeah, the rogue really seems to be having problems. Okay. Oh, that sounds kind of ominous. Why is he posting these notes on the walls of the dungeon? How does that make any sense? I mean, I guess if he thought that his cohorts were coming back to provide him more like, were following after him, so he was leaving information behind for them. But, I mean, it's a little bit hard to buy, honestly. That's 3 Magitech photocells of the 4 I need. And there's a 4th up there, so that'll be good. I'm pretty much MVP of the DPS right now in the sense that I've managed to do 2 pulls so far. So A+, go me. Tainted louses. What are they tainted with? You know, that's one of the things that I've talked about before. Well, actually, I've talked about with my friends and my husband, basically, that you know, it's more his idea, actually. He wants to see the FF12 bestiary in FF14. Also, something possibly more like the Lord of the Rings game, where you can, you know, kill a bunch of things to get titles and traits that you can use, which increase your stats, or give you, like, really brave, you know, great sounding titles like the Fly Swatter. My husband's defending his choice in title now. So I see Bethesda's coding is perfect as usual. There's like, I don't even know what they are because I'm not all that familiar with Fallout, but my husband's playing Fallout 4 right now, and there's these bear-like things just hanging in the air. So let's see. We've been continuing to watch Dance with Devils, which is interesting, though the last episode had insufficient musical aspects of it. I'm looking into seeing whether or not there's actually a soundtrack available, so, you know, we can enjoy these songs in their full nature. Oh, there's a water stain note back there, which I totally missed. But if I run out now, I'm gonna miss the boss fight, and that would be a good reason for my party members to really dislike me. So I can check that out in a little bit. And sometimes it would be kind of nice to actually have have quelling strikes, which you get at level 34 as an archer. See, one of the big problems that you have is, of course, if I want to be a good black mage, I need both raging strikes and quelling strikes, so that means I need to get archer to level 34. But in order to, if I want to play archer to level 34, then I probably ought to unlock the job for it, which is bard, which I need to level pugilist to 15. And I also need to level arcanist to also 34, I think, for eye for an eye. And that's... So I'd want to make sure that well, actually that one I can do black mage, so that's not too bad. Sounds like the technologist is a spy. Okay. What kind of gear do we get? Nothing for me. That's fine. I'm okay with not getting any gear. My party members might not be okay with it, but I suppose I can survive it. So we're in really good shape having a photocell coming out of that. I've had a couple of groups where we basically ended up just missing like all of the photocells. And I mean, admittedly, there's no real problem with going down side tunnels. I may actually just run down a few of them after we complete this dungeon before it knocks me out so that I can get the Mapping the Realm achievement. But I don't really want to just demand a full clear from some random people in Duty Finder. It seems kind of a little bit rude. You know, I don't think I want to eat this pudding. It just does not look tasty. Looks like a bad idea, actually, and I pulled aggro again. I mean, technically I can figure out where the tank is attacking in a system, and yeah, I know I'm whining by saying that I kinda don't want to do that, but it slows me down. I just can't do as effective DPS. Okay. Ooh, 3 poisons. He's triple poisoned. Let's, that looks like the one that everybody else is attacking. Oh, that is bullshit. Ugh. Why am I in Umbrella Eyes? Why? No. Because the transpose hit wrong. So, the transpose hit before I got Umbral Ice from the blizzard that I had just cast. So it didn't count. Because of course it didn't count. It's just a minor DPS loss. It's not that big of a deal, I guess. Okay. So let's see. Oh, that's a lot of poison. Yeah, and the healer's abilities, each of them has one. Scholar has leeches. White mages have Asuna, and astrologians have Exalted Detriment. It only works on one debuff at a time, so every time you cast it, it removes one debuff. So if she actually wanted to eat through all of those poisons, she'd have to cast Exalted Detriment like 6 times. But, assuming the DPS aren't taking any other damage, having a couple of poisons on them isn't probably going to kill them, so Triage Rules says that she should just ignore them, which appears to be what she's doing, actually. And here's our last required photocell for the next Magitech terminal. Here's these webs. Okay, we don't need to kill it because the rogue managed to make it through before it shut. I was a little bit worried that he might not quite make it, in which case we'd have to knock down the web to let him through. But if everybody's on the right side of the web, then it doesn't matter if it closes behind us. So, cell mites? Guess maybe I should be attacking the other cell mite. The Fool's Rest terminal, huh? Okay. There we go. So we do have to beat this web down because it's in our way. Oh yeah, one of the other reasons why I don't like this dungeon is because of recycled bosses. So you get to face this Curl of Ninetails twice. Oh! That would be me pulling aggro. And getting poison. Here are some other enemies. Let's just burn these ads down quick. Oh, man, the healer managed to pull aggro off the tank. Oh well, it's almost dead. There we go. 2 treasure coffers. Ooh. Some new hand gear. This is the part of the dungeon I hate. The laden locations, the greenish stuff on the floor. Just not my favorite place to be. Also, the corridors get really twisting at this point. All in all, though, this has been a pretty decent group. I mean, even with the ninjas, or the rogues, lag issues at the start of the dungeon, it hasn't been too bad. Okay. Oh no. I think that the Marauder does not give a fuck that the rogue is tanking something. Okay, so I guess he just didn't notice. Okay. Yeah, so these fleshy pods everywhere, oh no, shoot, I'm an idiot. These fleshy pods everywhere, if you get too close to them, or if you hit them, then they explode, spewing poison around them. So, it's best to have a ranged, or use a ranged attack to hit it from afar. So it doesn't keep your tank perma-poisoned or anything. I mean, I guess in some other groups that I've done Totaraken, we've ended up doing it a little bit faster, and when you're going at it a little bit on the slower side, it's actually a little easier to bear this area. So maybe I should stop sprinting. Like, this tank is actually pretty good. Like, right now he's turning him, well, when he had aggro, he was turning him so that the rogue can actually get access to the back and sides. Which, I'm not sure rogues at this level actually have a back attack. They have a back positional later, as every melee gets a back positional at some point. They all have to do some sort of positionals. But it's still a good habit to get into, particularly since if we had a Lancer, at this level I think the highest DPS a Lancer can do is, unless they change something, which I doubt they did, is just Impulse Drive. You just keep hitting Impulse Drive and reapply Heavy Thrust, but just Impulse Drive, Impulse Drive, Impulse Drive. So they want access to the back of the mob the entire time. And I think part of it is also these, like, webs all over the place. Which, when you think about it, is kind of a bad sign. Like, I could just imagine a bunch of spiders bursting out and eating us all alive. No wonder this place is considered dangerous. But they don't seem to be doing that, so, you know. Almost to the boss. Oh, there's a Cellmite back here. I didn't realize that he'd pulled the Cellmite. I think the Lightning Sprite and the Cellmite are actually different pulls. There we go. And now we've got a short cutscene before the boss. Oh no, one of those robed fellows.
Darkness.
I've seen him before.
Elko hitra bublo hans. Seastagon Rajiadorn. Thagon well rogue. Tosan no paiki. Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last.
Oh, he can speak Eorzean, or whatever language we actually speak in this land.
I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true god.
Heidelin?
Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
But if I'm the bringer of light, it's not that bad of a thing for it to be dark.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo.
Doesn't seem like a fan.
Yes. Yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
That's kind of rude.
Feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Oh wow, I like that effect. Oh, it got big. I know some groups would have just pulled without me. That's actually a big problem in one of the... There's a dungeon right before the end of the... Well, actually, there's 2 dungeons right before the end of the game, and there's a huge problem with people pulling early in them, where, you know, somebody's trying to pay attention to... Oh no, that's not good. Somebody's trying to pay attention to the cutscenes, and they just pull the boss without them. Oh, I'm not a good tank. I'm not a good tank at all. Oh. I tried, but I'm a bad tank. I'm just a very, very bad tank. The healer is kindly slow casting res for me. Oh, that's not good. Well, at least I didn't get poisoned. Okay. So we need to kill the tail, ideally, as quickly as possible. Come on. Oh, it was too bloody close. Oh, he gets vulnerability up when you kill his tail? I didn't even fucking notice that. I am bad. Okay, just finished Graphius off. And there we go. 1,000 Maws of Totorak completed. So there's a cutscene now, in addition. A Thalassian Targe. Oh, so it's after I escape. Okay, well. Healer gets my commendation anyways. I guess I'll need on this, even though I'm not sure I can actually use it. So, there we go. Oh, I got a commendation. Always makes me feel good to get commendations. And here's the promised cutscene. Oh! Is it another spider? Oh! He's cute. So I guess he was kidnapped by the Asian then? Of course, then again, I suppose sylphs being as small as they are could have been taken prisoner by the pre-transformation Graphius. Oh. The echo shows me a vision. The Garleans at Little Solus? Huh. So nobody important here. But they're looking for... Oh. Never mind. Here's somebody important. No, that's very peaceful of him. Well, that's good to hear. I don't know. The problem is that these gods seem to come with nasty side effects. Huh. Okay, that's just terrible. And you're more terrible. So, it's been confirmed that Nero Toskeva is a total asshole. Though I don't know. Compare him to the people in Ul'dah. Haha, bear fruit. Haha. Like sylphs. You know, maniacal laughter to yourself. Is he still laughing? Oh. Well, that's why they thought that we were so untrustworthy. I mean, I'd be kind of surprised if the sylphs didn't have the same kind of situation. Why am I wearing oven mitts? Oh, as I said, I do kind of hate this dungeon. This dungeon that I've totally never been in before. Woot! Diplomacy accomplished! All you need to do is go dungeon crawling and beat up a bunch of stuff, and diplomacy win! I should bring this, like, news to the real world. Oh, come on. There's light here. It's just green and looks like snot. Oh, crap. I didn't get the mapping achievement because I just cheerfully went to the exit and triggered the cutscene, which teleported me outside. Whoops. Oh well, I can do it later. It's not that big of a deal. Oh right, but it does teleport me to the exit, which is right next to Buscaron's druthers, which is very convenient. Ah, this person is playing Triple Triad, probably with Buscaron. Yep, mission accomplished. Yeah, I mean, did I tell him about the Echo Vision? Because if I did, I could imagine that'd be pretty confusing. Though, then again, the Asian and the growing spider scorpion thing would probably be pretty confusing too, so... Is he trying to encourage me to come back or chase me away? He wants me to deliver something. Oh. Seems reasonable. Didn't know Buscaron had that kind of responsibility, though. And what do you want me to do now? Oh, hunt down Garleans. Okay. Uh-huh. Can't I get drinks instead? Like, and you go hunt the people? I mean, I guess that's not entirely fair, given that I am, like, the hero and etc., but they're hiding under a bridge. What are they, trolls? Nope, pugilists. At least in this case. Man, I feel so undergeared. But that's because I'm so overgeared. On my other character. It's like things die in a couple of hits on her, so when you're closer to level, things aren't supposed to just die in a couple of hits, otherwise you wouldn't feel any threat from them at all. Okay, and here's a black mage, or a thaumaturge. Oh, paralyzed. Don't want to be paralyzed. Yeah, there are some spells in the game, like the Paralyze cast by the signifiers, that if you just run through them, then it won't affect you. It cancels their cast, the same way as if an enemy ran directly through me, it would cancel my casts as well. They aren't smart enough to do that, though. Why don't I get paralyzed? That's not fair. Then again, they don't get sleep, so... Well, I suppose you're giving me money. Can't really argue with the guy who's giving me money. Alright, so I'm gonna head out... Wait, I don't actually want to head out north because that's gonna be not closest. So let's head over to Quarry Mill, actually. It used to be you couldn't teleport when you were on a mount. We live in shining times, my friends. Shining times. So we'll cut through the Muntui cellars again, which will pop me out just a little bit between Hawthorne Hut and Little Solace. I do feel a little cruel riding this Chocobo around, tempting him with the Gishel greens. But not that guilty. Not guilty enough to stop riding him. Okay, here we go. That's interesting. Indeed, it's a gift for you. Making friends with perfume. I guess I did. Okay. Believe in yourself. Let's discuss peace. The first condition that you stop these terrible puns. Thank you. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. It's funny, sylphs are so stealthy. I wonder how they got caught. Wonder why La Habrea had it out specifically for Frixio. Oh, duh. He'd probably want to start a war. Well, primals are sort of bad things. Well, that's good to hear. Mission success, I guess. Well, it didn't seem to be all that successful either. Set things right. Huh. Wonder what tempered people turn into. Just angry, rage-filled creatures? Huh. Well, I don't know. I mean, when it all comes down to it, if you're abducting people due to a desire for reconciliation, or if you're abducting people just to increase to the Primal's worshippers, I don't think it really ends up being much different. At least for now. Oh, I mean, I guess in fairness, if they're mainly doing it for reconciliation, then at least the humans don't need to worry about it. Well, I say humans. Cures, Mikot, non-beast tribe. Of course, I'd be delighted to. Oh, a private missive. Oh. Another crystal. That makes 3 now, I think? One from when I defeated the Void Sent to save Lady Lilira. One for defeating a Freed, and now one for brokering a peace between the Sylphs and the Gridanians. That puts me halfway towards something? Halfway towards a magical circle filling up? Sound like he knew what was going to happen. I don't like it when people say things like that about me. Of course. But the Garleans... Well, let's see. Where do I need to go then? So I just need to stand out, look out in one location. That's not too bad. Okay. Yeah, let's not actually run into the area that's filled with, like, level 40 creatures. That would probably end incredibly poorly for me. Ah. Those purple ones are the touched ones. No, they don't seem to be. Mission accomplished. Now let's walk away, run away swiftly from the level 40 mobs, which would murder me ruthlessly if I stayed there. So I'm heading up north to collect blood for the sylph, because that's not creepy at all. Oh, Guess I'm not quite high enough level that these things don't aggro on me. But it's not that big of a deal. I mean, since they're not, ranged, it's not quite as bad. They're less likely to inflict heavy on me. And as long as I get past them, they won't keep inflicting heavy on me, which is also very important. So up north here, diseased treants. Wonder what they're diseased with. Okay, so swollen jigas. I need to weaken them. And then... Is that weakened enough? Weakened enough? No. Well, let's plink them with the blizzard. Try again. Yay! Mission accomplished. Now I just need to do this twice more. Oh, I hope this doesn't kill it. Nope. Okay. Empty blood bottle. Yay! Okay, here's my last swollen jigga. Let's try it. Yay! Okay. No problem. So now let's go back to the sylphs. What are some other things that I need to be doing? Oh, I've got two more things, Central Thanalan and Western Thanalan, that I need to kill, and if I did that, then I would complete... Oh, no, and I also have to kill the Bloated Bogies. So I really ought to head back to Thanalan in a while and actually complete these couple of quests. Not that I really need more experience. So there's that. So, hi, Nalexia. I brought the blood you wanted? They won't coagulate. Interesting. I wonder if it's a part of the glass bottles or whether they're just hemophiliac bugs. Huh. Thank you. What are scary ones? Well, so they made me a belt dyed from blood, probably. Hey, it's a good belt. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, I have a point of intelligence that I can spend. There we go. So now, back to New Gridania. Guess I could sort of use a new chess piece. Foresaw. Pretty well, actually. I am best diplomat. Exactly. Like the Ixali, unfortunately. The life of an adventurer never ends. Well, I mean, that's a bad way of putting it. The duties of an adventurer never end. Well, they're kind of cute creatures, aside from the fact that they're full of mischief. Well, honestly, if she did manage to find some way to reverse the tempering process, that would be great for a bunch of people. In hell, I feel like the Scions should be working on it. Speaking of Minfilia, glad to hear they didn't cut me out of the credit. Why, thank you. Well, that seems a little unnerving. So, I'm actually gonna stop by the Archers Guild real quick. And I forgot to actually register at the Ethernet shard that's over there, so I'm gonna have to walk again. I mean, it's not really that far. It's not that big of a deal. It's just I hate it when I make inefficiencies. Let's see here. Here we go. Got an Ethernet shard. I love that beam from the hand. I actually never noticed it before I started this playthrough. So I needed to introduce myself to the Guildmaster, who's apparently a kind and generous person. I do. Mainly because it'll make me a better thaumaturge. In a way that's not entirely clearly explained, except for the fact that it gives me Raging Strikes and Quelling Strikes. I don't know what you're talking about. I can hit things from plenty far. Guess that has its benefits. Or a fireball. Oh wow, her eyes are yellow. Sure. Well, dedicate in the sense of practice it long enough until I'm actually not going to be laughed out of instances as a black mage. Thank you. Alright. Undertake a trial, huh? Okay. So let's make sure that I have this. Yep, my current gear set is fine. So I will put on my friendship circlet and my... Oh wait, no, I can't wear that. So the Ori gown. And I can still wear the gaskins, so that's not too big of a deal, because I'd rather not put this on and suddenly be naked. And it dropped my stuff anyways. Okay. Oh, right, because it's too high level, duh. Fine. Okay, save a new gear set. Now, Archer. My item level is higher than my actual level. My first bow. Thank you. It's gonna be go outside of the city and kill some stuff, isn't it? It totally is. Squirrels, fungors, and those ever-present, ever-dangerous parasitic ladybugs. Terrifying parasitic ladybugs. Ah. So, heading out, I have my first archer ability, which is Heavy Shot. Nice 150 potency. Oh, right, and I'd better be a little bit careful about how I use sprint, because now my sprint takes the same thing as I actually use to attack things with, so maybe it'd be for the best that I didn't just blow all of my TP. Alright, let's kill some ladybugs. Not exactly fast at killing things, am I? Alright, some squirrels. Oops, I accidentally attacked that other squirrel. Yeah, I'm totally blowing all of my rest XP right now. Ooh, straight shot. Okay. Now I can use straight shot to increase my critical chance. Moving up in the world. That's 2 ladybugs. Oh, I have to kill more squirrels? As part of the hunting log? Well, I guess I might as well. I also need another ladybug for my hunting log. Already a level 3 archer, go me. Moving up in the world rapidly. These show that the fungors I need to kill are over here. So here we go. Oh, these are level 3. Ooh, dangerous. Okay. Oh, and I need to kill 4 of these for the hunting log. So I'm gonna have to kill 1 more, but I mean, thankfully they're like everywhere over here. Shriek shroom. Oh, come on. So just 1 more of these. Okay. Alright, now in super ultra lazy mode, I'm gonna teleport back to Gridania and then take the Ethernet back to the Archers Guild. Because that's how I roll. Or teleport or something. Archers Guild. And I'm safe so I can hit sprint. Oh, yay, Raging Strikes. So when I get back to being a black mage, I can totally set that on my bar. And then I'll be able to pull off threat off of the tanks even more effectively. Yes. Thank you. So it's kind of more of a self-service kind of guild. So get to level 5. Okay. Well, so I already saved this gear. So let's switch back to Thaumaturge. And then I'm gonna teleport to Limsa Lominsa. Because I need to go talk with Tataru and Memphilia. The Arcanist Guild is another one that I probably ought to level, because at least you can get Physic, which is useful until around level 50 when you stop getting gear with Mind on it when you're not a healer. Up until that point, you can actually, I mean, you can't heal super effectively, but you can at least heal with some amount of effectiveness. But once you hit 50, then healer and caster gear is no longer shared. So your physics hit for like 200. Oh, right, I delivered some seeds for you. Or, oh, soil and seeds. Yantan Tether. Is that a counting thing? Sounds like it's probably worth it. And I have some seeds. And a nearly clear quest log. About as clear as it gets, practically. I'm her favorite adventurer. Okay. Oh. Alpha node. And that's really all we can ask for in this situation. Investigation? Ah. Oh, so they know each other. They're the same age, so it's pretty funny to hear him call her a stubborn girl. It is really hard to take my character seriously when she's wearing a pair of oven mitts. Well, I mean, I'm not sure that I did everything. Hey. Oh, that's good to hear at least. So who are we worried about then? So who are we going to know the minds of next then? Gridania? Oh yes, the terrifying Gridania with their worship of elementals. Exactly what you meant, I'm certain. Well, that's the kind of positivity that's good to have in a leader. Yay, a moment's respite! Which I'm betting is basically like, it's gonna stop and then and then it'll complete the quest and then she'll be standing there with another quest for me. So theoretically, I could walk away and go do something else if I wanted to. What, I didn't tell Yada and Papa Limo about that? Uh. Is La Habrea starting with Tataru? No, apparently she's just terrified of a sylph. She come chasing me? She does not look happy. Oh. Okay, so I have a moment's respite to walk back into the solar to talk to Menphilia again. Hello. She doesn't really seem like a fighter, so... Maybe you could tell us me more of them? Yay! Level 29! Woo! But you said a moment's respite. That seems bad. Yeah, we should definitely know about them if they're planning to make me their enemy. Well, that's good news. Wow, I'm being cut loose. Alright, so off to the Hall of Flames. That's right up the stairs and to the right. Here we go. Eastern Thinland, huh? I think this is a reference to a long-running fate, like to a fate with multiple steps over in Highbridge. Oh, fate can be a cruel mistress. That's very clever of them. Alrighty then. Do you have... How are my company seals doing? How much do I need for the next level, actually? So you can rank up in your free company. So I can buy stuff. Requirements, I need 2,000 seals. Okay. But in the meanwhile, let's head out to Camp Drybone and go follow up on these. Okay, let's get up on the chocobo. I don't think there are actually Green Company leave quests that are low enough level for me to do them as my archer, because that would be great. Yep, so I've got another level to go, and then I'm gonna have to basically take a side break to level my archer. Which won't be too terribly difficult, but still, it's gonna take some time. Hello? Probably. I could buy myself an Asian from him, maybe. Maybe. He might want to help me. What do you sell, though? Hair club for here. Uh-huh. Alright. Hair club for here. Ouch. Multiloquent merchant. Huh. Well, it'd be nice if I had more information about him, but... Well, I'd be more than happy. I am an expert buzzard killer. I have done this before. This was part of my harrowing trials to become the expert thaumaturge that you see before you today. So buzzards, I have buzzards down. Oh. Alright, I guess I can limit myself to just 4. Oh, that's a nice statue. Well, kind of foreboding, though. Are they buzzards? Can I kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Or 2 quests with 4 birds? Can't I just kill them? Because that's a thing I could totally do. Okay. Up here. I guess this is another possible merchant? Huh. Well, he does look pretty fucking suspicious, but what about a mask? Have you heard anything about a mask? I wouldn't want to be chasing the wronged masked or black hooded man. An impassive merchant. Tiny aurochs. Oh, that's too bad, but world-shaking importance, so I think that probably I need to go down here to put these stupid scarecrows up for this guy? Yep. Alright, scarecrows. Handmade scarecrow. Okay. Has little effect on crows. Well, then what good's it for, then? Yeah, I finally got fed up with fighting with Twitch over uploading this stuff to YouTube, so I'm now recording locally as well as broadcasting to Twitch in the hopes that it will solve my troubles. So where's this last scarecrow? Ah, all the way over here. So hopefully it will not take me 4 days to get this up to YouTube. There we go. Okay. So I now need to kill some furballs and some, buzzards. Or wait, no, I'm not an expert buzzard killer. I killed vultures for the thaumaturge quest. Oh, buzzards, vultures, same diff. another achievement. I wonder if I have any... Oh, and Thundercloud. Right, now that I have Thundercloud, I ought to be a little bit more careful about keeping Thunder up on a lot of enemies, because that's some pretty nice DPS. Okay. Thundercloud is basically a proc-based ability where if you have Thunder up, every time that a tick goes off, there's a small chance that it will basically make your next Thunder free and instant cast, and it does damage, the full damage of the dot front-loaded, and still puts the dot back on the enemy. So it's really nice. So that's one Furball. There's two Furball. And this one will be three Furball. So they can apparently cast Arrow. Yeah, later versions can actually cast Stone Skin, thus cementing them as basically white mages. White mages are also cute and fluffy, in case you were curious. That's why I'm not a white mage. Oh, there's more to this quest aside from giving him Furball blood. They're void scent? Also filled with darkness like white mages? Ew. Ew. Furball, ground marimo, which is a fish, and several other grotesque ingredients. I think he said spittle for at least one of them, and well, I think I'm gonna imagine myself just taking the bottle and, just shaking it over his head. Yeah, totally. You could wear a hat. Hat is always an option. Yeah, not much. That sounds like it could be a La Habrea sort of thing, though. Oh, that's much obliged of you. So did you magically hear something while I was standing here? Oh, you remembered something. I suppose that makes more sense than somebody managed to give you information while I was standing here watching. He wasn't exactly a hulk of a man. Yeah, going in the middle of a lair kinda goes against all of my thaumaturgist training. It's like, I need to go find a swordsman. It's too bad that I can't fight with my chocobo. Oh, whatever. Oh, more quest. And a fear of heights. Thal's Respite, that's up to the northeast. I guess that's not too bad. And you. Thanks! I mean, the last time somebody told me that, it was after killing a bunch of beastkin, and he told me he'd put me in a footnote, so... Well, I guess it's actually pretty similar to that. So I'll just be quiet now. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen a raid on High Bridge. This is a pretty common series of fates. Oh wait, is there a fate down there? Okay, no, it's not that fate. Okay, so there's a series of 4 fates that happens periodically at that location, where a bunch of Kakern attack the village, and you need to protect supplies and protect villagers, and eventually fight off the champion, one of the champions of the Kakern, and save Highbridge for another day. And then there's another version of the last quest. It's more like an epilogue. It's not really required for the quest chain, is to actually go south to where they're trying to actually send me right now and kill a big boss. Is it in Amalja? It may be in Amalja. Thank you. As long as that doesn't mean that you're saying I should be dead. Here you go. It's always nerve-wracking when you're talking to a god of death. Not sure that he's really made significant progress. I hope he's not lying. More murder. Yes, quite a shame. Sure. So let's see. Axe speaks. Oh, I have Swift Cast. I didn't realize I got that. Yay, Swift Cast. 26. I got Swift Cast a long time ago. Ooh, that shows how observant I am. Axe speaks. I think there are some to the north here. Okay, yep. Oh, well, he can put you to sleep. Bam! There we go. I have thinned out the flock as you requested, madam. You're welcome. Oh, no improvement. Another quest? Oh, missive to Highbridge. That's not too bad. Well, yes, I'm a thaumaturge. Hey, I'd be pro having an airship landing here. I'm sure Hihibaru would be happy too. Okay, so... Yeah, it is kind of sad that the leaf goes away. It's a cute little icon. I mean, I could actually turn it off if I wanted to, but I mean, I guess kind of you could argue that it would be more appropriate if I actually turned it off, given that I'm not exactly new at this game. Oh, here we go. This is the fate that I was talking about. So, Cockern bandits have launched a surprise assault on Highbridge. Join forces with the remaining blast blades and defend the landmark with your lives. Oh, this isn't looking good. Yeah, this fate's probably going to end in sadness. This is not the kind of fate that you can solo. These kind of, I mean, you can tell by the music, right? This isn't the normal Fate music, so it's meant to be more epic than other Fates are. Yeah, this is pretty much over with. Well, at least I did enough to get credit. That's something, right? I'll just go down south. And continue with the quest. It's an awful lot of Cockern. I'm probably gonna die. Don't want to die. Don't kill me. I just need to sneak into your camp and look at some stuff. I'm not a bad person, really. Ah. Oh, crap. What am I even doing? Why am I such a bad black mage? I'm terrible. Yep. Yeah, stop hitting me. I just want out. I already stole the thing that I needed from your little camp. And I'm safe. Oh. I guess the prelude, you didn't have to win? Well, color me surprised. Oh, there's somebody else here. Let's do something stupid. Oh, no more supplies. Now they're killing residents. Yep, and they're gonna kill me dead. Yep, that's not a good idea. That's a really bad idea. Yep, pretty much 100%. Ouch. Stop following me. Oh god. Oh god. There we go. Hi, Hihibaru. Yes, I did indeed investigate the Cockern lair.
Explain your black mage rotation for 60.
What's my black rage rotation at 60? I do the... Well, I mean, it depends on the fight, but for... If it's like Faust, my dummy rotation, so essentially, is Blizzard 3, Thunder 1, Fire 3, you know, blah. Blizzard 3, Thunder 1, Ley Lines, Fire 3, Sharpcast, and Enochian. Fire, which gives me a Firestarter proc. And then Raging Strikes, 3 Fire 4s, the fire starter proc, 3 fire 4s, and then Blizzard 3, Lightning if I have time, Blizzard 4, and then God, this rotation's such a pain in the butt. Fire 4, or excuse me, Fire 3, 2 Fire 4s, Fire 3, 2 Fire 4s, Blizzard 3, Lightning if I have time, which I usually don't, Blizzard 4, and then Fire 3, Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 3, Fire 4, Fire 4, use any procs I have left, renew Enochian, and then depending on what the state of my Thunder dot is, I either sharp cast into my first non-opener rotation for Thunder, and use that after the first Fire 3, or excuse me, Fire 1, or I sometimes save my sharp cast for the first fire in that rotation to extend it instead. Mainly swift cast, but I mean it's basically a matter of planning. That's all you can really do. Like just not putting yourself into a situation where you actually have to move is basically the key to effectively playing a black mage, which makes dungeons like Neverreap so frustrating because the tornadoes practically follow you all over the map. But like on a fight like Bismarck EX, where you know that the tornadoes are not going to a particular location, you can basically plant yourself and just cast. And I mean, so for the endgame fights, Enochian, you know, I mean, you don't want to lose Enochian, but if you have to lose it after you've done a full solid rotation with it, like, it's not the end of the world if you have to go back to your 2.0 rotation. I mean, it's not ideal, of course, but you can do it if you have to. But I had to change my opener completely for Thornton EX. It didn't work at all. For that one, I just do a straight up Fire 3 into the Fire 4s, and that seems to work pretty well. Though, somebody was saying that they mana ward the first Meteor Rain. Maybe it was mana wall. And that helps them keep their DPS up. But I mean, I was hitting not too bad numbers even without doing that trick, and I know that the healers that I was with were struggling a little bit when I was doing it anyways. Yeah, I don't do it very frequently, but there have been times, like when I'm just doing like Leviathan, I'll frequently do just the 2.0 rotation unless I know that I can plant myself for a little while, because there's so much movement in that fight that basically you're practically just using Enochian as a 5% damage up buff. Yeah, I mean, The idea of Enochian isn't terrible in and of itself, but the tightness of the rotation, particularly the second part, can be really frustrating. Particularly since the way that it cancels, depending on whether or not you lose Astral Fire, Umbral Ice, or Enochian, sometimes it cancels. I mean, it almost always cancels, but there are some times where if you're just a quarter of a second too slow, it'll still let you get off the Blizzard 4 to extend Enochian. And I mean, so you're always tempted to just push it if you can't, if you have to move or something, you're always tempted to just try to push it in. Yeah, I kind of wonder whether or not they expected us to handle things differently and whether we're missing some trick in the rotation or whether they honestly expected it to be so hard to maintain. Over here is where I need to go. Okay, up on top of a hill. Okay. So let's see what shows up when I light this fire. Corpse Bride Brigade. Corpse Brigade Foot Soldier. Oh, that's not good. Is this guy... Well, I mean, I guess he's kind of masked, but he's not the kind of mask that we were really looking for. So that's not exactly perfect, but... I'm somehow unsurprised that this turned out to be a false lead. Yeah, I feel like there has to be some sort of trick to the rotation as well, but so far I just haven't seen... I mean, nobody seems to have come up with it. I mean, I haven't seen anything that really fixes it. Now, if you do the Sharpcast Fire opener, where you start with the Sharpcast Fire and then Fire 3 immediately after it, that can give you a little bit more room for movement at the very start of your rotation, apparently. But the problem is, I mean, I kind of wonder whether or not he intended us to just use Sharpcast more frequently. But, I mean, it's... Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what the answer is. New chess piece. Sweet. I mean, it kind of sucks that I'm having to take off the Acolyte's robe, because I love the look of it, but... Yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, saying that, you know, maxing DPS, that everybody's more focused on that than anything else. But, you know, really, the best black mages, they just don't seem to be affected at all. I ran into a guy in, who was playing black mage in A1S, and he just didn't seem to be affected by a damn thing. Like, his DPS was just off the charts. And now, in fairness, some of it is because he outgeared me massively. I think he already had an A4S clear. So, you know, he's like full 210 across the board. So, massively overgeared for A1S. He was just helping out. And I saw that he was getting targeted by stuff. I need to talk to him and see whether or not he could give me some advice. But, in fairness, I've been playing more Bard than I have Black Mage these days, because that's what my static needs me to do, so I've been practicing a lot there. Bard's pretty much mash buttons. Then, if you're freaked out, mash buttons harder. I mean, it plays a lot more like a Black Mage these days, since since with Wanderer's Minuet you have cast times, albeit shorter cast times than Black Mages do, but it's not completely unfamiliar to me. I found this place so confusing when I first came here. Just could not grasp it. Okay, hit the Chocobo Keep. Let's talk to this leaf meat so I can unlock the leaves in this area. Of course, I'm always willing to lend a hand. And this is something that I have much experience with. The Noctambulist. Alright. Sounds like fun. What does this flame private want? Really sucks that you've been encountering players that've been complaining at you like that. I mean, I think a lot of, like, higher level players get easily frustrated if they feel like somebody isn't giving their best, and they don't care whether or not that is somebody's best, or whether or not they're just having an off day. You know, it's... Yeah, there's a lot of intolerance in the community. And I mean, in fairness, I guess I get frustrated with people that I run into in dungeons who don't feel like they're trying to give it their all. So I'm part of the problem too. But, dude, if you've been spending most of your time gathering, I have to say that I kind of respect you, because I've been trying to do some of the higher level gathering stuff to try to get some FC stuff crafted for my FC, and it's just so frustrating doing ethereal reduction for, like, the sands that I need and everything. It just takes forever. Haunted ruins. I feel like I'm supposed to be laughing at her, but the truth of the matter is that, like, you know, haunting isn't really, you know, something that couldn't happen in this game. Yeah, the server that I'm on is not a legacy server. Like my main character is on Lamia, and we're not exactly an incredibly hardcore server. Like I raid at least a little bit. Of course, doing A1S, even though I haven't done the later sections of the raid. But uh, it we have a more tolerant community. There's a lot of people who joke about people leaving servers like Lamia and Fairy and going to Gilgamesh expecting that they'll be able to clear raids at high-end content and then just getting completely, like, roasted by the people that they encounter on, like, Gilgamesh. And here's the woman or girl that Hihibaru sent me to talk to, his daughter. So, apparently, Rogger and the Asians are mixed, and this would take way too long to explain. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about Gilgamesh, but I'm not even sure. I don't think Gilgamesh is even a legacy server. I've heard interesting things about Hyperion. There were an awful lot of them at FanFest. So, Gundabald.
It's a good comment you just said.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's part of the reason why I haven't changed servers. I don't think that I'd be willing to, like, deal with the amount of pain that I'd get from another server. Uh, but I mean, the biggest thing is honestly, I have an FC with a mansion and a house, and I now have other people in my FC, not just like one or two friends who were still left, and I also know a lot of the people on my server, so I'm reluctant to just ditch them. Oh, that was friendly. He won't even talk to me anymore. But Hihira has a quest for me now. Given the response that Gundabald or whatever gave me, I don't think that they'd be interested at all. But fine, I'll try to deliver your elixir for you. The hardest part for you was getting roasted by people? Deliver some tea, get some intel. Can't complain about that. Yeah. It's rough leaving a server. I mean, I can't really imagine doing it. It's weird enough for me being on a different server for this character. Have some tonic?
Well, I've got a lot now.
Good or bad? So I think I'm gonna engage in this little tea delivery and then probably call it for now. Made some good progress. Definitely not as fast as I was going in my very first playthroughs, but I mean, the truth of the matter, it just gets slower the higher level you get. Oh, that's a cheery response. Oh man, that sounds tasty. Yeah, I finished the 3.1 story. I rather liked it, though I wish there was a little bit more there. Angry River. Oh my god, it's a lead. Well, I'm hoping that a certain character comes back for sure. Like, the character that disappeared into a certain raiding side story, like, it looked like that might be them in the very final scene, and that makes me very excited to see where that's going. I'm a little bit confused as to what exactly is going on with our friend that can't speak without incredibly brutal old English, and what he thinks he's doing, but yeah. But in any case, I'm just going to hand this quest in, and then that's gonna be it for me tonight. It was a pleasure talking with you, Hawkeye D. Dragon. Um, and it's been great showing people who are interested more of the story, so I hope I've been entertaining. I will probably be streaming again, probably next week on Saturday, somewhere same time, somewhere between noon and probably 5 p.m. So feel free to follow, or if you're watching me on YouTube, like, favorites, subscribe. I can't remember what all of the things are, but in any case, take care, everybody, and if you are a fellow Eorzean traveler, enjoy your travels in Eorzea.